So, welcome back to the Kish Island 3-star event series for the FIVB's World Tour. Here we are on Kish Island, and as I look out, rain pesters the air, wind blowing, the flags all facing right in the direction of the wind, but the settings are stunning. A beautiful mercurial blue sea drifting in from behind us. We're right out on the beachfront, right out in this glorious surroundings of Kish Island. Looking very much forward to the next game in this historical competition, because for the first time we have a straightforward knockout. No pool stages, remember. So welcome indeed to the Kish Island 2017 3-star tournament here on the FIVB's Beach Volleyball Tour event. We've already seen two spectacular matches. Let's get ready for the third game, which will feature the locals from Iran, Muchabi Amiri and Mohamed Saragi Malati, two new players to the tour. This is the first ever tournament appearance in the World Tour for the FIVB, but they're going to have their work cut out because they face a pretty strong Russian opponent in Oleg Stoyanovsky and Artem Yazutkin, two 20-year-olds from Moscow who will have something to say as they will try and silence the home crowd as the fans prepare a big flag, a big banner to welcome the arrival of the Iranian players, Amiri and Malati. Amiri, just 23 years old. His partner, age 22. As the two sets of players greet each other at the net, as we get ready to start the third match in this historic occasion, a World Tour event of the FIVB. But remember, no pool stages in this main draw. It's all knockout. And it will be Amiri who will be serving to start the match for Iran. Shot is played over, smacked over by the Russians, but the ball was played wide by Stoyanovsky, and that cheer will tell you that the first point of this third match was won by the Iranians. But the Russians get back with Stoyanovsky driving down as he gets ready to serve, powers the ball over the net, and although Amiri got his hands to it, he really wasn't able to do anything with it other than just watch it go past him. 2-1 to the Russians. Stoyanovsky serves again. Another powerful deep serve. The Iranians get it back. The ball falls down to Stoyanovsky, and his flat-handed drive over the net deceived Amiri, who wasn't able to do much with it other than get the ball onto his own net as the Russians speed into a 3-1 lead. Stoyanovsky again to serve. Low to Amiri. The ball gets back to Amiri and he powers it over the net, but unfortunately the ball is called out, and it's another point to the Russians. They lead 4-1 in this opening set. Stoyanovsky absolutely dominating the serve here, but and that serve was absolutely stunning. He lobbed it over Amiri just inside the baseline. It's an ace. It's 5-1 to the Russians. Stoyanovsky plays the ball high, serves it low. And it's a second ace. 2 aces in a row here from Stoyanovski. What an impressive serve he's had. And the Russians have raced into a 6-1 lead, and the Iranians really don't know what's hit them. But I'll tell you what's hit them. It's been the clever serves of this tall Russian, Stoyanovski, as he serves again, low to Amiri. He gets the ball back up from his partner, plays it down. The Russians get it back over the net again. It's come up down to Amiri again. This time the ball is lobbed up for Malati. Malati plays the ball, but the ball is out, and the ball and the point is with the Russians. They've raced into a 7-1 victory, and Stoyanovski is serving all 7 points. As Malati sets the ball up for Amiri. Amiri has to reach back to get it. Stoyanovski sets it up for Yazutkin. Yazutkin plays it back for Stoyanovski, gets the ball over the net, but Amiri was there, and Amiri gets the ball back from his partner, and his gentle, clever lob was a little bit too clever for the Russians, and it's a point for the Iranians. As you can probably hear from the celebration of the fans behind, they like that. 7-2, they trail. Oh, but the serve there from Sadeghi, not good, straight in the net. Russians win the point back and the serve as Yazutkin serves over. Amiri plays a clever little dip lob. Oh, that was cute. That was really cute. He lobbed it over Stoyanovski, and before Yazutkin could see the danger, that ball was on the sand, and the point was with Iran. Amiri serves, plays a powerful serve to Stoyanovski, who smashes the ball back down from his partner, and even though Sadeghi got his hands to it, he couldn't do anything to stop the ball from going back over to the Russian side. And it's a point to the Russians. They're in a commanding lead, 9-3. Stoyanovski with a lob serve. Amiri there reads it, but he sets it up. Amiri gets the ball back over, but again Sadeghi is quick to it. The ball gets set up for Sadeghi by Amiri. Amiri set it up for Sadeghi, but his power drive was too long, and it goes out, and it's another point to the Russians. They lead by 10 points to 3 as Stoyanovski serves over. Amiri receives. Sadeghi sets it up. Amiri smashes the ball down, and Yazutkin got his hands to it, but there was nothing he could do with that as he managed to fist the ball wide and out. It's a point to the Iranians, a much needed point. They trail 4 points to 10, but they have the serve and they are fighting back, and it will be Sadeghi who will serve for the Iranians. The fans get behind him as he plays the ball into the side of Yazutkin, who sets it up nicely for Stoyanovski. He had to reach back, but he made sure that he put enough power in his drive smash. That got no response from the Iranians. 11-4 they lead. Yazutkin serves. Sadeghi gets the ball, sets it up for Amiri. Amiri delicately lobs the ball over the net, and there is no reply on this occasion from the Russians, and it's 5-11. It's Amiri serves. Yazutkin sets the ball up. Stoyanovski. Oh, and that was too good. That was too good from Yazutkin. No answer there from Amiri, and his shot went wide. It's 12-5 to the Russians. Stoyanovski, this giant of a man, serves the ball down, but Sadeghi reads it. Amiri sets it up. Sadeghi with a casual drive over but out. And the umpire is just calling for confirmation. Was that ball out? It's been called out, and the point goes to the Russians. And the Iranians used that opportunity to call for a timeout. Well, what an impressive start here from Stoyanovski. He really has been clever with his serving. He has a massive height advantage, but he really didn't use much of that power. He just crafted his serves, and the Iranians for the first few serve matches or services really had no answer to Oleg Stoyanovski, this 20-year-old from Moscow. Towering height of 205 centimeters. That's 6'9", really using that height to his advantage. And Stoyanovski has played in 24 tournaments over 5 seasons. And his best actually came here in Kish itself last year, when he was second, a losing finalist, as they would say. He'll be hoping to go that one step better this time. And it will be Stoyanovsky to serve with the Russians in the lead. Stoyanovsky serves and it's an ace. It's an ace from Stoyanovsky. 14-15 or 14-5 rather. The Russians lead. Stoyanovsky again. Powerful serve. Sadeghi reads it. Amiri sets up his partner Sadeghi. Yutskin was there. He gets the ball back from Stoyanovsky and he makes sure that he makes the most of that setup by playing the ball on the far side of the court but inside. And it's a point to the Russians. 15-5. Once again Stoyanovsky serving. Sadeghi able to get the ball up to his partner. And even though Malati was able to reach the ball, couldn't help it go over the net. It's a technical timeout. And this really has been a storming performance in this opening set from the Russian pair, who lead 16 points to 5. And the Iranians are really going to have to come up with a solution to the serves from the Russians, because it's the services that are really helping them with this advantage that they've built very, very quickly. But the fans are getting behind the Iranians. The centre court filling up nicely. And despite the slightly wet conditions, the rain has stopped now. The fans haven't been shy in turning out. They want to see Iran do well. It's the second year that Kish Island is hosting a World Tour event, but the first time that we are into the new system of star category tournaments. But more importantly, this is sudden death, instant knockout, no pool play. And so far the advantage is with the Russians as Stoyanovsky serves the ball in. The Iranians get the ball back, but Stoyanovsky uses his height at the net to make sure that he has an answer for Amiri's attempted block return. He was there, towering over the net to win the point. 17-5, served in. This time it's Sadeghi who tries to chip the ball over. The ball comes back. Yazutkin returns. And there is Stoyanovsky to help his return over the net. And even though Amiri got his hands to it, he couldn't do anything but help the ball go wide. And it's 18 points to 5 for the Russians. Stoyanovsky to serve once again. Lobs the serve. Amiri gets it. Gets the ball back from his partner. And this time he makes sure that he places his smash drive between the Russian pair. No answer to that return. It's a point to the Iranians. 6-18 they trail. Sadeghi to serve. Stoyanovsky falling back, but he gets it. Yazutkin with the smash down drive. And he wins that point. Russia lead 19 points to 6. Yazutkin serves. It's set up there for Amiri. What can he do? He gets it over. Yazutkin reads it. Oh, and a nice bit of interplay there between Sadeghi and the Russian Yazutkin. But the point this time goes against the Russians. Won by the Iranians. Amiri it will be to serve. Stoyanovsky receives, gets the ball back from his partner. He tries to angle a ball over, does Yazutkin. Sadeghi met him, but unfortunately his block was out. And it's set point to the Russians. And who else but Stoyanovsky it will be to try and win the opening set. He so dominated this set with his serves. It almost feels appropriate that he should be trying to serve it out. But can he do so? He lobs the ball over. Sadeghi receives it. It's set up for Sadeghi by Amiri. Tried for a gentle lob, but it was not enough. Stoyanovsky read it, and he made sure that he was on hand to return it beyond the Iranian player. First set goes to the Russians, who won it by 21 points to 7. Well, this is going to be a steep but a very important learning curve, you feel, for the Iranian team. Remember, Amiri and Sadeghi are only ever playing their first tournament in their first season. The youngsters from Iran facing a powerful Russian pair as their opponents. But they won't be giving up hope yet, and nor will the fans who are right behind them. And let's see what they can do in this second set. The Iranians lost the first set 21 points to 7, but it will be Amiri who will start the second set by serving. Stoyanovsky to receive. What can the Iranians do? What can they come up with in this second set? So Amiri serves it. Yazutkin gets the ball over. Sadeghi smashes the ball down, and cleverly played between the two Russian players, over and beyond Stoyanovsky. First blood to the Iranians in the second set, as Amiri gets ready to serve again. But unfortunately, he powers his serve straight into the net, and it's the Russians who win the point back. As Yazutkin gets ready to serve, plays the ball to Amiri, gets the ball up from his partner Sadeghi, and he goes for a gentle poke and a clever poke shot. It was over and beyond Stoyanovsky, and as much as Yazutkin dived to his left, he couldn't reach the ball. But the Russians lead 2-1 in the second set. They already lead the first set 21-7, and Yazutkin it is to serve. As he waits for the Iranians to get ready, plays the ball up in the air, serves it over. Amiri gives it to his partner, gets the ball back from Sadeghi, smashes the ball long and wide though, and it's out. It's a point to the Russians. 3-1 they lead. Yes, you feel it could be a critical moment as Yazutkin serves. Sadeghi sets up his partner. Amiri, clever play from the Iranian there. It was a cushion setup. He didn't go for the drive. He deceived the two Russians. Wins the point. Sadeghi to serve. Set up there by Yazutkin. Stoyanovsky smashes the ball down, and even though Amiri got his hands to it, he couldn't get the ball back in play. Once again, it will be Stoyanovsky to serve. He'll be looking to dominate the second set if they can. He serves it low this time, but it's received by the Iranians. The ball goes back over the Russian side. Nicely blocked there by Sadeghi. A nice block. Made sure that he was there. Both hands up in the air, middle of the ball. Back it went over to the Russian side, and they couldn't respond. They're fighting, but they're trailing 3 points to 4 in the second set as Amiri serves to Yazutkin. Plays the ball down to Stoyanovsky, who sets up Yazutkin, smashes it down, but Amiri was there. Gets the ball back over to the Russian side as Amiri. Stoyanovsky with a chance for a smash. He smashes it, but it's wide. The flag goes up, the cheering starts. It's a point to the Iranians. They've pulled it back, they're level at 4-all, but they are one set down still. Amiri serves, Yazutkin receives, gets the ball cushioned up to Stoyanovsky, gives it back to Yazutkin, gets it over the net, but there was Amiri. Sadeghi sets up Amiri smashes the ball down, but it's out and it's wide, and it's another point to the Russians. Yazutkin takes that gladly, as he takes the ball gladly, and he serves. It's long, but Amiri was there, gets the ball back from his partner, went for a delicate lob over, but it wasn't high enough, and Stoyanovsky was on hand to be able to power it back. Wins the point for the Russians, 6-4 the lead. Yazutkin serves, Sadeghi gets the ball, plays it out to his partner, but the umpire calls for a foul. There was an infringement there from the Russian player, and the point goes back to the Iranians, who serve with Sadeghi. Smash ball down by Yazutkin. Sadeghi gets his hands up for the block, but he can't stop it from going wide, and it's 7-5 to the Russians, and the ball is in the hands of that danger man Stoyanovsky. Powerful serve. Amiri had to get down to his knees, and he couldn't do anything more than just make contact with the ball. 8-5 Russia lead, one set the lead. Stoyanovsky serving again. And now the powerful drive down. This time Sadeghi was there to get the ball. Got it back from his partner. But Sadeghi not able to do anything more but put the ball into the net. Russia lead 9 points to 5 here in the second set. And they lead by 1 set to love. And Stoyanovsky lobs the ball over. Amiri sets the ball up, gets the ball back from Sadeghi, and he plays a cute little lob, but this time it was read by the Russians. The ball goes back over the Iranian side. Yazdukin runs back to get the ball, retrieves it, gets it back from his partner, plays an angle drive, but it's well picked up by the Iranians. And what can they do with this one? Oh, a great rally. Ball going backwards and forwards, but that time there was a smash, but the Iranians at the net were ready. They were ready, and Sadeghi got his hands up, blocked it down, wins the point. That was a tremendous rally at 6-9 for Iran. Wonderful rally, wonderful point won by Iran. Will this be the boost they need? They trail by 6 points to 9. But they'll be buoyed by that wonderful rally performance as the ball floats over. Stoyanovsky is there, smashes the ball down. It went over Sadeghi, and although Amiri dived to his left, it was a despairing dive. He couldn't really do anything with it. Russians win the point. Yazdukin serves. Sadeghi cushions the ball, gets the ball back from Amiri, and he plants a perfect lob between the Russian pair to win the point back for Iran. They're fighting, they're trailing, but they're fighting. Sadeghi serves, and this time his serve is straight out. Bit of consultation going on there between the Iranians. Sadeghi not happy with his serve, conceding the point to the Russians. Stoyanovsky serves, Sadeghi sets the ball up, gets it back from Amiri, plants the ball over to Stoyanovsky. Stoyanovsky can't do anything with it. Point to Iran. But they trail by 8 points to 11, and they trail by 1 set to love. As Amiri gets ready to serve, low serve, too low into the net. He's disappointed. Kicks the ball away in slight frustration. Looks to adjust his cap. Looks at his partner for some reassurance. Yazdukin to serve. Amiri cushions it up. Sadeghi gives it back. Planted over. Ball comes back to the Iranian. Sadeghi with a gentle lob. And Stoyanovsky has started to move already to the left. And Sadeghi made sure that he played it to his right. He wins the point for Iran on a technical timeout. It's 9 points to 12. For the Iranians, they trail 1 set down already. But the fans, buoyed by that point, find their voice. Iran, Iran, Iran. They shout, they clap, they encourage their team. But there's a lot of work for the Iranians against this powerful Russian side. And really, it's been the serving of Oleg Stoyanovsky that they've had a problem to find an answer to.
Czech, Swiss, Ukraine.
It's 12-9 to Russia. But the serve is with Iran. And the serve is with Sadeghi. Plays the ball to Yazdukin. Flips it up. Ball bounces off the net. Stoyanovsky is there. Gets the ball over. And this time it was Sadeghi who managed to get the ball over. But unfortunately there was an infringement. And the point goes to the Russians, who lead by 13 points to 9. Stoyanovsky plays the ball up in the air. Smashes down the serve. This time though, Amiri was up for it. The ball comes back to the Russian side. And the little lob, angle lob over by Stoyanovsky is perfectly placed on the line. And it's a point for the Russians. They're beginning to dominate again. Stoyanovsky's serve, power down. And although Amiri gets to it, can he get the ball over? Yes, he can. Yazdukin is there. It's set up for Yazdukin. And this time, His pile driver down the line is out. And it's a point for the Iranians. They trail though by 10 points to 14 in the second set. Amiri to serve. Gets the ball to Yazutkin. He's set up there for him nicely by Sonovsky. He played it long and deep, and although it was a spectacular dive by Sadeghi, he really couldn't do much more than get to the ball. 15-10, the Russians lead. The ball is served over. Set up there nicely by Amiri. Gets it over Sadeghi, but the Russians recuperated. Yazutkin has a chance to smash the ball over with an open court, but he can only find the net. And it's a point to the Iranians. They're clawing their way back. They're fighting for every point, but they still trail 15-11 to the Russians. But the Iranians serve. The Russians setting the ball up for Yazutkin. Oh, a wonderful block. A wonderful block by Sadeghi. It was a good shot over by Yazutkin, but he had no answer to the block from Sadeghi, who will now serve. Plays the ball in for Yazutkin, has to get down on his knees. It's set up for him by Sonovsky. The ball comes over, but the Iranians recover it very well, and Sonovsky has a chance to play it over, and he does. And even though Amiri gets to it, he's not able to do anything with it other than put it out. And the point goes over to the Russians. They're dominating the second set once again. They lead 16-12. Stoyanovsky gets the ball over. Amiri just watches it go, and quite unusually and quite rarely, the ball is out from a serve from Oleg Stoyanovsky. He's not done that before in this match. Iran trail 13-16. Amiri to serve. Plays the ball to Yazutkin, who receives it. It's set up for him again. Ball driven over by Yazutkin. Amiri gets the ball back over with a nice lob. Too high for Sonovsky. And it's beyond the reach of his partner as well. It's a point for Iran. But they still trail. 14 points to 16 they trail. Amiri to serve. Plays it to Sonovsky, who just ducks out of the way. He knew that ball was going wide. Swayed out of the way. Ball goes wide. Point to the Russians. 17-14 they lead. Ball played in. The Iranians trying to get the ball back over. And that was clever play from Amiri. As the Russians anticipated a power drive, he just deceptively played the ball cutely over the net. 15-17, they still trail. Sadeghi to serve. Oh, and he'll be happy with that. The ball bounced heavily off the net and just fell inside the Russian half. No chance for the Russians to get to that. Point to the Iranians. They'll take it no matter how it gets there. They'll take it. Winning the points back there to narrow the lead of the Russians by just 16 points to 17. But the bigger problem for the Iranians is that they trail by one set. And they're going to have to find a way to win this set. Otherwise, they're going home. Well, they are at home. They're just not playing anymore. The Russians on course then to continue to the next round. As the referee calls for an end to the timeout, and it's the Russians who are first back on court. Determination in their eyes and on their faces to see this one through. They really don't want to have the Iranian crowd excited by any form of a comeback from the Iranians. And it's Iran who will be serving with Sadeghi. But he did exactly what he didn't need to do. Playing the ball into the net, relieves the pressure on the Russians, gives the serve back to that giant Stoyanovsky. Puts the pressure back on themselves again. Sonovsky serves. Sadeghi sets the ball up for Amiri. Plays a nice one down, but Yazutkin gets to it. He's set up by Sonovsky. Yazutkin gets the ball over the line. Amiri sets it up, but this time he was not able to.
به هر حال ماسه ها
And the point goes to
جابجایی
the
عکس‌العمل
Russians.
توش با سختی مواجه میشی چون
They need 2 points to
کاملاً
win this
سطح
match.
تکای پا رو
And it will be
Masaha,
Sonovsky,
Kish.
hands on the hip, waiting to serve the
Tabi
ball into play, which he
تا از
does.
سمت چپ شروع بازی
Sadeghi gets to it. Amiri
Ahora
sets up Sadeghi.
Amiri.
Sadeghi smashes
Push
the
به
ball
خارج
down,
زمین میره.
but he smashes
Beast.
the ball wide, or is it out? It's not out. It's called for the Iranians. They win the
امتیاز این
point.
توپ برای ایران ثبت شد.
They serve again.
داور
This time it's Amiri
نظرش
serving.
خط رو
The
لمس کرد
Sonovsky with a smash down
و این توپ در
beyond
انتهای
the
زمین
two
سمت راست ایران
Iranians into the
می‌خوابه.
open court.
20
It's
17.
match point, and it will be Artem Yazuki to serve. The Iranian player Mari gets to the ball, but he can't get it over the net, and it's a victory to the Russians. They take the second set, 21 points to 17, having won the first set, 21 points to 7. It's Russia's Stoyanovsky and Yazuki who go through to the next round. Unfortunately for Iran's Amiri and Sadeghi, the first taste of this tournament has ended in defeat. No doubt the learning curve, the experience has been valuable to the Russians who go through, the Iranians who bow out.
مسابقات والیبال تور جهانی والیبال ساحلی رو از جزیره جوای کیش تماشا میکنن و دنبال میکنن و میدونید که این مسابقات توجه میزبانی شایسته کشور اینها پیش بریم در کارهای کاری مستمری دارم به عنوان رئیس جزیره کیش